You are correct, Abby, but you guys should be able to hear me now. Thank you for letting me know. Hi, Zen. Hi, Abby. Yeah, all I said was happy Sunday, happy Father's Day. And y'all may notice some slight discrepancies between this stream and the last one. For whatever reason, SNES9X did not save the last chapter, so I needed to replay it. I still killed off Kane, since he died last time. I felt like it would be unfair to not kill him again. But, if you notice any slight differences, that's why. I'm also going to go ahead and deposit these off of Lind. And I'm also going to start, like, trying to do a good Ironman practice of keeping warp in the convoy in chapters where I'm not using it. That way, on the off chance Lena dies, I don't lose my warp. I'm very happy to finally have a bunch of flyers again. It's very sad to lose Sita so early. I would like to get an Iron Lance on you. Here, take this from Sedger. Hey, Blind Coco. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I think this is the squad. Ha 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 ha. It seems those fools have come running here after all. They understand nothing. As long as I have my Imhulu spell, I am invincible. White Sage, even you will be unable to stop me. As long as the Dragon Goddess remains at the ancient fane of Raman, no star's light can illuminate my darkness. Alright, so here's the deal with this map. Hey, all sweet. So Garnif is here. We cannot fight Garnif yet. However, Garnif is going to leave after 4 turns. So let's see how far he's going to get. Yeah, so we can kind of hang out here until Garnif leaves. When you're playing this map fast, you don't do that, but I think it's a fairly risk-free way to deal with the map. This map doesn't have a ton of reinforcements. It just has some mages that we will deal with when we deal with. The only thing that we need to do is... Where's the thief? This thief is going to come down and open these chests. And I would like the items that are in both of these chests. So we're going to send one of our flyers over to kill the thief once he opens the chest. You haven't played OG FE3 yet? Do you think it holds up to warrant a separate playthrough? I think so. They play pretty differently. I would say FE3 is a lot easier than FE12, which... I mean, I guess it depends what difficulty you're on, but I have the harder difficulties of 12 as, like, the hardest games in the series. Whereas FE3 is pretty breezy, not too tough to get through. I mean, even with me making silly mistakes and getting a lot of units killed, it really hasn't been an issue so far. Oh, also, I'm going to turn animations back on, because this is the one thing I hate about FE3. If you have animations off, it doesn't show you what stats you gained on level up. So we're going to turn animations back on for that reason. I also need to check, can Katria kill this thief, or do I need to send Pala? Has 2 defense and 5 AS. Yeah, we're going to have to send Pala because Katria won't double him. I think early Fire Emblem games are also very interesting because you have, and you know this if you played a lot of FE1, like FE1, you have these ginormous stat boosters, which I think give the game a pretty different dynamic than FE12. Same with dismounting also gives it a bit of a different flavor. I'm also really fond of the art style in this game. I mean, your mileage may vary on that. But I am quite fond of it. But yeah, we're going to chill here and wait for Garnif to leave. Hey, Vince Vodka. Hope you're doing well today. Stat boosters more like chord boosters. I will say, if you like axe users, FE12 is a lot kinder to the axe users. You don't even get them in Book 2 in this game. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a game hate axe users as much as this one. Yeah, so we're going to chill back here, deal with the flyers that come over the water, and then once Garnif leaves, we'll take the map. At least the hand axe is better than the javelin. You know what? That's fair. The hand axe is better than the javelin. This is kind of faint praise, because the javelin is pretty trash in this game, but the hand axe is better than it. You can actually maybe double with the hand axe. If I remember correctly, I think it's lighter weight in this game. He's got 10 defense. Are these wyverns at all scary to Agma? You have 18 attack. You have 17. Yeah, not really. Yeah, Agma, if you want to just take that guy out, that would be cool. We'll park him, like, right here. Kaga forgot what an axe was for 2 games straight. When I was mapping out the efficiency routing for this game, I really wanted to use Barst, because Barst is one of my favorite Shadow Dragon units. And I was on, like, the most intensive copium. I was like, maybe if I give him all of these resources, he can do something. And the answer was unfortunately that it's just never efficient to use him, or anyone with an axe. Because in the early game, everybody has 100 hit all the time. So it's really hard to justify using an axe unit, because they have like 80 hit. And it's a 1RN game, so that's actually a 20% difference in hit. I should have used one in this Ironman. That would have been fun. Oh, interesting. He's taking a weird route. But I think one that benefits us. Everybody just wants to hit Agma. We love a 96 damage critical hit. Agma's always popping off. Okay. Whoop. Can back him off. Garnif's got 2 more turns on the map. I can't wait until we get to promote Tomas, because his move speed on the map is going to become so much faster. Why am I hiding in the corner? Because Garnif is going to leave at turn 4, and we can't fight him. So I'm waiting for him to leave. We're going to park Paula here. Because if she's here, enemies will be able to hit her from this square, and they will come towards her. But I believe if I put her here, they will not. Scary old... He is a scary old man. Garnif does not fuck around in this chapter. I don't really understand why he doesn't just come kill all of us. Yeah, I will say this map does become more interesting if you try to play it faster, because then you can't wait out Garnif, you have to get moving. But yes, it is funny that, like, if you're just playing this game casually, like, Garnif just means you, like, wait for 4 turns. Although I guess maybe people felt differently when they played this at the time. Because it does occur to me that you wouldn't know that he's going to leave, right? Like, I know that because I've played the game before. But you don't know he's going to leave on turn 4 the first time you play the game. Oh, God. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Oh, it's fine. I knew she would dodge. Do I think skills overcomplicate things? I think skills can make games a little complicated for my taste sometimes, but not always. I thought Engage had a really nice sweet spot where your units just have a couple skills, and then enemies usually don't have any. I didn't think that was too complex. I don't think any game has ever been ruined by, like way overcomplicated by skills. Even if Fates can be a lot for my brain sometimes. Alright, so it's 22 minus 2. Yep, as long as she hits, we're good. I think this might be Astrom's best video game. Yeah, I think this is the game Astrom is best, and he's not bad in FE1 either, I guess. Alright, so this is the thing I meant to do last chapter, but this is why I like Tomas, because you're going to see we're going to use the Parthia, he's going to gain like a whole level. Look, he's going to gain like 90 XP. Crazy. Now he's going to kill one more enemy and he's going to promote. Alright. So what we're going to do is put Barrier on Harden. And then Harden is going to help us deal with all of these mages. And then we're going to hide our squishies a bit, because these flyers can definitely get at our units here. Is Wendell at any risk of death? He's got 5 defense and a lot of AS. So no, not unless he gets crit or something. Garnif is over here, so that's fine. Yeah. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we're good. Or we should be. Marth, I'm afraid I don't have time to continue playing games with you. If you want to recover the falchion, then come to Thebes. Gales of Naeli, you should go play the demo. The demo is really fun. I really enjoyed it when I played it. I love how a barrier's crazy in this game. They just won't attack him. Okay, this was expected. Wait, do these guys really just do nothing to Paula? She's got 6 res. They have 7 attack. Alright, I guess Paula's gonna farm some EXP here. Paula's actually a very good unit in this game. Her bases are very high for when she joins. Hi, B-Train. I don't know if the Star Sphere bumps growths by 30% in this game. But you have identified an issue I have with this game, is it's very hard to Google things. When I was like planning the efficiency run and I needed answers to like the chances for things to calculate because I needed to figure out the reliability of clears, there were a lot of things that were very difficult to find. And the only way I could find the information was often by like asking the efficiency Discord and hoping someone like had the esoteric knowledge I was seeking, which they did most of the time. That's how I knew the stuff about ballistas in this game having a random chance of not doing anything. FE3 desert map is the best. I do think this is actually a decent desert map. Particularly, I felt pretty clever the first time I figured out, like, you could wait out Garnif and still just send a flyer over to kill the thief. I enjoyed doing that the first time. Arcadia is certainly a very polarizing map. Not my favorite, but I know a lot of people like it. Seems like everybody either loves or hates Arcadia. Granted, it's been a while since I played FE6, so maybe I will give it a fresh assessment when I do my replay. Yeah, we can come out and start killing these guys. Yeah, I would agree, Zen, that I do think sometimes Modern Skill Emblem can make some units feel a little samey. Not all the time. I still think there are meaningful distinctions between units in most of the, like, kind of Skill Emblem games. But it is, like, a little frustrating that you're, like, sometimes things feel like they're more about, like, the build than the character. Which I don't personally enjoy as much. But it's also fun coming up with, like, new builds. So I don't know. There's pros and cons. Kind of a hipster take, but Scorched Sand is the best desert map. Hey, I mean, I think I agree with you. It's definitely my favorite desert map. I love Scorched Sands. Yeah, community resources are very fragmented. I think I blame a lot of this on the rise of Discord. Not that I'm hating on Discord. I use Discord all the time. But it used to be all of this like esoteric knowledge would be stored on like forums, which are Googleable, right? So like you could Google your question and it would probably come up on a forum. But that doesn't happen anymore because now all of that knowledge is on Discords. I like Birthright well enough. I think it's a fun game to play. I think Birthright's actually a very good, like, um, maybe not the story. I'm not as into the story of Birthright, but like, if you just wanted to introduce someone to the mechanics of like modern Fire Emblem, I feel like Birthright's a pretty good starting place. It's very approachable, but there's like a lot to dig into if you enjoy it. And then I think it's like a pretty natural transition if you play like Birthright or whatever. Then it's like easy to go play Fates, or if you want to like go play Engage or something, or Awakening. It's not gonna. You're gonna feel pretty comfortable, I think. All right, let's promote Tomas. It's time. But yeah, Fire Emblem tiering is interesting. In that it's very like, I guess this is true of tier lists in most games, but I feel like people maybe don't always expect this when they like read a Fire Emblem tier list. Most Fire Emblem tier lists, I think, are not particularly applicable to regular play. And I think I don't know, here's my frustration with Fire Emblem tier lists. So I think people have correctly realized that you can kind of use anyone in a Fire Emblem game, and it doesn't really matter, right? Like, maybe it'll make it a little harder, but like, there's no like units that you can't use in Fire Emblem. So we start introducing these criteria so that we have like a means of comparing units where they don't all like eventually beat the game. So we like have some like some like metric to compare them against. But the problem is that most people do not actually play focusing on one of those metrics. So I think that like most tiering discussion is like this weird thing where we're focused on this metric that most of the people doing the tiering discussion like don't really care about when they play the video game. Which I think leads to tier lists that are a little strange. Like when Reddit did the Engage tier list, a common thing people talked about was like, for all of the Brodia units, it was like, we're going to rate them as filler wyverns because that's like what you want to do with the Brodian units. But that like wasn't really true. And I think it's developed now to where people don't say this, but like we were rating Jade as like a filler wyvern instead of like a griffin or a sage. And I think that's partly because a lot of the people doing the discussion like hadn't done an efficient run of Engage, right? It was just kind of like a heuristic that like, oh, like wyverns are good. So that's part of why I don't make a lot of tier lists of this channel. I don't like making a tier list unless I'm pretty very familiar with the criteria I'm tiering upon, which is why the only tier list on the channel is Sacred Stones, and I'll probably make one for this game when I'm done with the efficiency run, which will be soon. Yes, Fate's tiering seems very complicated to me. I've never really touched it, because Fates, I enjoy Fates, I don't play a lot of Fates. So I don't keep too much track of the meta, but it seems very complicated to tier. Only care about Lizard's waifu tier lists. Oh man. At the end of each, like, game, I should do a character tier list, like, just on how much I like them. That could be a fun diversion. Oh, this is just a staff guy. I'm not wasting a silver lance on you. If I gotta kill you in 2 turns, I'll kill you in 2 turns. It's fine. This might be the map where we can buy a second rapier. So I'm gonna check the shop. Yeah, I enjoyed my last Conquest run a lot more because one of my Discord mods who's very into Conquest helped me plan my playthrough out, and I had quite a lot of fun. But, like, obviously doing that required a fair amount of knowledge that, like, I just didn't have, right? Like, so I think definitely Fates, if you want to get really into optimizing it, you don't want to spend a lot of time looking at a wiki. It helps to have some people that can give you the basics. Man, these guys just keep spawning these mages. Paula's gonna be like level 11 or 12 by the time she's done with all these mages. So we've got 17 minus 4 is 13, so we gotta use the silver. Get another kill in for Marth. Woo! Strength and speed. Although I think he's pretty jacked now since, oh, not that much. I gave him the power ring from one of the previous chapters, which is like +4 strength, which means his strength was not too high before that. My god, they just keep spawning these mages. It's time to stop. Alright, the boss has a Bolgadun, so that's 21 attack, 6 crit. Alright, you're not gonna get crit, so we can have you fight him on enemy phase. You're not gonna get doubled, right? No, he's got 0 AS. God bless. I need to play more ROM hacks. I've played a few and I really enjoyed them, but I know there's like so many out there that I'm sure I would also enjoy. Ooh, that guy got fucked up. Good job, Minerva. Alright, what turn are we on? I think these things spawn until like turn 10. Okay, so we might be done with them now. Just gonna have Paula finish cleaning them up. This is not the rapier shop, okay. But we can buy some silvers here at least. Alright, that should be good. We'll save the rest. If I were a Pokemon, what would my moveset be? Well, I'm a lizard. I feel like those tend to be poison type in Pokemon games. I think I'd have bite. I think I'd be able to bite people. I'd have dig. Lizards dig holes. Yeah, I played a little bit of Vision Quest. I'd like to get back to it sometime, because I enjoyed what I played. I'd say my favorite ROM hack that one day I'll play on the channel is... I don't know if this counts as a ROM hack or a mod. I don't know what would be the correct terminology. But someone built... like all of Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon in the Fates engine. And it's really fun. It's one of my favorite ways to play Arcaneia. And I really like Arcaneia, so that's saying a lot. Oh, you know what else we're gonna do? Can we get keys here? Yeah, okay, I want one bridge key. I want some door keys. And then, like, one chest key. There's a map with a lot of doors to open. Actually, we're probably going to want a few more chest keys for that as well. Because we have 2 thieves. Yeah, we want, like, 5-6 chest keys. Yeah, I'll probably do Fate's Shadow Dragon on stream sometime, because I really like it. So I guess I should just check out what's in here. Let's buy a new mend. I think we're running low on those. Doing a lot of shopping this chapter. Good thing we got the silver card. Okay, I want like... Yeah, that's probably enough. When we get to the map where I'm going to use those, you will see why I want so many chest keys. So we just got a talisman, which I think is a very funny item in these games, because enemy magic is very low, so you eat a talisman and you're like practically invincible to like anything but like Thorons and Bolganones. Prince Marth, I am Archsage Goto. I'm currently using my magic to communicate with you. It is saddening to see you being mocked by Garneth. Listen to me well. Garneth and Miloa were both my pupils. But Garneth stole Imhulu from me and disappeared. He indeed has the falchion as well. With the Imhulu and falchion, the Delunian Empire has nothing to fear. This world will eventually be theirs. So as long as Garneth has Imhulu, you won't be able to defeat him. However, there is one method. Find the Star Sphere and Light Sphere and bring them to me. With them both, then the only magic tome that can penetrate Imhulu, Starlight, can be. After being tragically defeated by Garnev's dark magic Imhulu, Prince Marth finally marches his army south in order to fulfill his hope of reclaiming his homeland of Altea. The Kingdom of Altea is a beautiful country surrounded by rich water and greenery. But after being occupied by Daluna, the country has fallen into ruin, and its citizens live in eternal suffering. Right now, they can finally welcome the days of freedom. Is Res at its best in FE4? I think if you don't count, like, 5 where magic is res, then yes. If you do count 5, then magic being res is pretty tight. But in games where res actually exists, it's pretty good for it. Not bad in, like, 6 either, because you can use it for, like, status staff evasion. It's true of the rest of GBA too, but I feel like status staffs are at their most annoying to me in 6. We're going to be recruiting a fairly unique unit in this map. They don't really make units like him anymore in Fire Emblem. But I'll talk about him a bit when we get to him. I probably don't need 3 staffers. Marth, so this is your homeland, Altea? Yes, it's already been 2 years since it was occupied by the Delunian Empire. That day, I managed to escape to Talus thanks to my sister Ellis's help. But she was captured by the Delunian Empire in my place. Right now, where on earth could she be? I must rescue her from their hands. Okay, everybody move out. For the freedom and peace of our homeland, Altea. Ooh, you're playing Thracia right now? I love Thracia. I hope you're enjoying it. Probably my second favorite Fire Emblem game, I would say. Just make sure I can do this the way I want to. Yeah, if we get an archer right here. Oh yeah, now that we've promoted Tomas, so you'll see he gets a bunch of strength. So he has 9 strength, 10 speed, 7 defense. What do you know? More strength than George, and not like that much less speed. And I think the strength is more important. So that's why I like Tomas. That being said, I don't need him to have Parthia equipped right at this very moment. Does Ephraim make me despise Lance Lords? My beef with Ephraim does not extend to any other lord. No other lord suffers from my beef with Ephraim. In fact, I'm quite fond of Dimitri. Got a 4 skill 6 speed Marty. Ooh, I'm glad you're using Marty. Funny unit, that Marty. Incoming Ephraim rant. Not today. Y'all will be spared the Ephraim rant today. Someday, probably next time I do Sacred Stones on the channel, we'll do the Ephraim rant. Because I think next time we do Sacred Stones, I think I have to play Ephraim route. Because I've done Sacred Stones on the channel like 3 times, and I did Erica route all 3 of them. I don't think I can put off doing Ephraim route any longer. He won't pick a fight he can't win. Hey, PSI Princess. Hope you're doing well today. Although the short version of the rant that I will give is I have beef with Chapter 5X and Chapter 8. But that's really it. I don't have that much of a problem with the rest of Ephraim. So the way that the AI is programmed here is interesting. These guys are running to the closest enemy they can reach. So if we were to unlock these doors, they would come up this way. For now, they're heading around to the left because that is their quickest path to the closest unit, which is Marth. But since we put this archer here, the archers are actually going to ride back up here. So this is a Samson Aaron choice. If we go to the left house, we get a paladin named Aaron. We're going to go to the right house. I'm Samson. I used to be a famous gladiator. However, for certain reasons, I now reside here. I'm very happy to be able to serve you. But this village and its neighboring village haven't got on well for a long time. Once they know that your highness has visited this village, they will close their village's gates. You should give up on thinking about trying to recruit Aaron. So we're not going to be able to get Aaron. The reason I prefer Samson to Aaron, his stats are a little better, which makes sense since he's a hero and Aaron's a paladin. The problem with Aaron is being a paladin is normally a very good thing in Fire Emblem, but most of the maps left in the game are indoor maps, where he's going to be forced to dismount and take a stat penalty. So I think in this game, Samson is just way better. In the next game, FE3 Book 2, Aaron is actually your Jagan. So he's going to be better in that one. I'm just going to leave Aaron to slowly die of cancer, huh? Look, I'm going to recruit him next game, okay? We'll see him in Book 2. Okay. God bless 11 move boots. Alright, let me just check the stats on these fellas. They've got 16 and 0 AS. 16 minus 7 is 9. So Tomas can take 2 hits. Does he kill them in 1 round? He doubles at 18. So no. That's fine then. So this hero has 11 sword. So if I was smart, what I would have done is give someone over here a door key. But I didn't do that. So instead we're going to have Julian open the door. The reason it would have been smart to have someone else over here is that because he has 11 sword, like if I move Agma here, he's not going to attack Agma, he's going to attack Julian. But I think base Julian lives a hit as long as he doesn't get crit, so it's not the end of the world. And if we're lucky, Agma can even one-round him with a crit. Nice. This would have been a, it's a real bummer that Sita died. This would have been a nice time to have her, because she would have been able to give Agma like 15 more crit via their support. We're also gonna put, let me just make sure he's not like at any real risk of being one-rounded. I don't think he is. I guess he could get crit. Here, let's give him the goddess icon. I want Harden to have that anyway. How did Sita die? I left her in range even Archer. Okay, I sort of left her in range even Archer. So I fuck, I messed up my trade. Fortunately, there's Thracia trading, so I can fix it. Who did I let die in front of her? Was it Abel? Yeah, so Abel died, which opened up a spot on, for an Archer to hit Sita. So I lost Abel and Sita on, like, the same turn. I'll do a supercut of all the deaths at the end of the playthrough. It'll be funny. Alright, so this guy's got 11 AS. Harden's got 9, so he's not going to get doubled. He's unlikely to get crit. If he does he die? No, he doesn't even die if he gets crit. Yeah, that's the problem with FE3 supports, is I think it's really easy to, like, literally not know they're in the game, which is unfortunate. By the way, the reason I moved Harden here is because Zane is programmed to take the shortest route possible to Marth. So if you don't move a unit here, Zane will stand right here and block you from getting into this room. But since we put Harden here, Zane is going to either stay here or move here or move here. And I'll talk about Zane once we recruit him. He's kind of an interesting unit. Okay, we'll use Parthia use here, I think. If it one-shots. I actually don't know if it does. Oh, I think it will, because I think he doubles with it. God bless. Guy's got 7 crit. He's got 4 luck, so... So we should actually heal him first. Cal's 14. You actually do have luck, right? Like, you're not going to get crit? Yeah. An interesting quirk of this game is that promotion items are fairly sparse and hard to come by. You may have noticed that I don't have, like, all of my flyers are unpromoted except for the one they gave me that was promoted, and we will not get a promotion item for another couple chapters for the flyers. Similarly, you don't get your second horse promotion item until, like, late enough that it doesn't even really matter anymore because you just have indoor maps left. Which is kind of sad. We're going to send Minerva in first because she supports both of the Whitewing sisters. Alright, Sky. Horsemen are promoted units, yes. They promote from Hunter. Okay, now we're gonna have Harding get out of the way because Agma's the superior fighter between the two of them. Nice. Kane could never. Or Harding could never. We are going to go ahead and get this Levin sword off of him. The way I like to kill the boss on this map, because the boss has a killer lance, is I just spam Levin swords at him. Like, I'll fly my white wings over and they'll just use their Levin swords. And if you're wondering why this guy didn't use his physic, I've talked about this a couple times, but staff units have a % chance of using global range staffs. So even though there's a valid target, he actually will not use his staff most of the time. I do not know why they did it that way. But I'm not complaining since it makes my life a little easier. So we're going to move these guys out of the way so that Zane will recruit himself. And then I'll explain how Zane works. Not sure if the horses are going to go up or right here. I don't feel like doing the math to find out. Here, we can actually force them to go right if we just do this. And then they'll go right. Make sure, is this like at all a cause for concern for Agma? This guy can't even hurt him. This guy can do 5. This guy can do 2. This guy could hurt him. But I think not enough that it matters, yeah. Oh, Altea's prince! Thanks to you, I was able to escape. I'm Zane. I came here from a faraway country. I have the ability to transform into any person. After discovering my ability, the Delunian Empire tried to force me to join them. But I didn't want to do their evil deeds. Since you helped me, I will come and help you. Please watch over me. Alright, so this is Zane. You'll see his class is Chameleon. Depending on the translation, I think it's Freelancer sometimes. And you might think the stats are trash, but he can do what he just said he could do. It's not going to be super relevant on this map, but just to kind of show you what he does. Now he's Marth. So if you've ever heard people talk about how, like, oh, your dancer is like a second copy of your best unit, Zane is that, but literally. The only difference is he copies everything but HP. You'll see he still has 18 HP. So you got to be a little careful with him. Be a little careful about who you choose to copy. Hi, Mercenary. No, Zane is not that good at this game. He's okay. The big problem with Zane is honestly that he doesn't do anything turn 1. Well, actually, I don't know. I think if you're playing at a slower pace, he's quite good. Because then he's like another copy of your best unit if you're playing at a slower pace. But if you're playing faster, it's like a real problem that he doesn't do anything on turn 1. You would really prefer it if he did. FE1 does not have a dancer. Book 2 does. But Book 1 does not. Oh, I have to check the weight of the Levin sword real quick. This is the one issue with like FE1 through 3 is it's like sometimes difficult to get the information you need without like checking a wiki. Okay, the weight is 5. Her speed is 12. So yeah, we can grab the Levin sword and kill this knight. Do I subscribe to the idea that Zane is FE1's dancer? I think it's like fair to say that he fills a similar role. Where he's like kind of this utility unit. I will say, I would actually be interested in them experimenting a bit more with different utility units. Like, obviously, dancers are a lot of fun, but I think the idea of Zane is very neat. And I think more units like Zane, or like experimenting with like what a utility unit could be besides a dancer, would be an interesting thing for the series to do. I think a lot of frustrations with Zane would be solved, and this would also be making him way more powerful, so I'm just acknowledging that. If you could transform him in preps. If you could transform him in preps, he would be a banger unit. Alright, let's get chipping away at this boss. Altea's fallen soldiers still live, but as long as I'm here, I won't let you enter this castle. Ooh, nice crit. And we'll get a little bonus crit on Katria here, because she is in range of Minerva. Oh, but she doesn't double. So sad. Hopefully this guy doesn't use his physic. He might. Hey, Depression Cedo. This is the game with Marth from Smash Bros. Something that I think is funny about Marth is that Marth is really good. Okay, Marth ranges from good to really good in 3 of the 4 games he's in. But we got the only one, like, in the West, we got the only one where he's, like, kind of bad. I actually think FE11 Marth is a little better than people think. But we got the only one where he's not good. Oh, nice crit catch, Rick. God bless. Even set it up nicely for Pala. General Camus, I leave the rest to you. Alright, we got things pretty much wrapped up here. Just gotta march Marth over to the throne. We'll give him this talisman. Oh, is that fake Marth? Yeah, that's fake Marth. Fake Marth will go give this talisman to real Marth. I do think a cool thing about Zane is that because he copies units, he's able to copy things that you normally only have access to one of. Like, we only get 1 pair of boots, right? Which normally means you only have 1 11 move unit. But with Zane, you can have 2. Is this the most useful? Nyeh. It's like neat sometimes. But I think it's a neat thing about him. Since it's Father's Day, who do I think is the best father in FE? I mean, Ellawood lives. That's like a pretty cool thing Ellawood does. Most fathers don't do that in FE. Alright, and we can seize next turn. Ooh, Finn is a good father figure. Dagdar is good too. Although Dagdar does not support his daughter. I don't know what's up with that. I think we can buy... Oh, I don't have any money. Here, we'll buy 1 Killer Lance. Killer Lances have good accuracy, is what I like about them. Nice speed level up for Tomas, sure. Soldiers of Altea, and the warriors that have fought alongside us, I'm truly grateful to you all. Thanks to your efforts, we have finally reclaimed our homeland of Altea from the hands of Deluna. But there are probably many enemies waiting for us inside the castle. Everybody, don't be careless. After defeating Holstat's knights, the allied army swiftly conquered the whole of Altea. All that remains is Altea Castle, guarded by the mage dragon Morza's men. Morzas substituted General Camus as the commander of the occupation army and was a ruthless man guilty of killing numerous people. That dreaded Morzas once again appeared before Marth. Alright. Let's get our squad here. Actually, we want Samson and Zane. Here we don't need this many staff. Oh, it's an indoor map. We don't need Katria. Okay, then let's gear these guys up a bit. Actually, we don't need Minerva either, but do we have anyone better to bring, even? Not really. We'll just bring her. Maybe she'll get a little experience. But let's provide her with a sword if we're doing that. Oh, George has our new rapier. Give that to Marth, please. Ogma, if you could grab a silver. Oh, and let's pack a door key, because I don't really want to send Julian over to the right side of the map where there's a door I need to unlock, because there's a siege tome that I'm a little afraid of, and I don't really want to spend a barrier use on it. Ha 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 ha, Marth. So you've returned to die. I am Emperor Medius's right-hand man, Morzas of the Basilisk. A pity, though, that you've returned so late. Your mother, Liza, already died by my hand, and your sister, Princess Ellis, is now in Garnev's possession. Regret, for you cannot defeat me. What do I think of Gerald? I like Gerald. Cool guy. Let me check if there's what's in these chests. I believe there is exactly one item in these chests that I care about, but let me just confirm that. Because that's going to impact how I play the map. Okay, yeah, there is exactly one item I care about. Take that out. We're going to use it. What if Ogma, but two of them? When do I get Falchion? Towards the end of the game. You do not have it for very long. Okay, Astrom's got 8 defense. So I'll take 7 from this guy. Swarm can do 11. So yeah, this is fine to do. If my math is correct. I think he could get crit, but, you know, hopefully he won't. It's Astrom. I don't really care if he does. But it would be nice if he didn't. Is this the engaged paralog? It is, yeah. Like watching the new season where you know someone's gonna die. Very good. I've been watching a lot of anime lately. I'm watching Ace of the Diamond, which is a baseball show that I'm really enjoying. And I started watching One Piece. Who knows if I'll stick it out for 1,300 episodes, but I'm enjoying the beginning of it so far. Engage did make some odd choices for its paralog maps. I understand why they went with this one. Narratively, this map is like kind of a big deal because it's like Marth, like restoring the home country, but some other maps I do not have such an explanation for. Have I watched Delicious in Dungeon? Yeah, I'm not quite caught up. I've been watching it with my wife, who read the manga. We're like, I think 12, 13 episodes in. It's been pretty good so far. Okay, you have 2 range, right? Pretty sure you do. Do I have like a armor slayer I can give you nearby? Well, not like holding Agma up, ideally. We could do a funny trade chain. Let's do a funny trade chain. Probably gonna also want to heal him. The One Piece gospel is spreading. Well, I remember watching it when I was a kid and really enjoying it. So the other day I put it on and I was like, you know what? It's still good. It was good when I was a kid. It's good now. I haven't caught up to where I watched to when I was a kid yet. But I remember when it appeared on Toonami for the first time. So I had the dub where you know, we had the Gaio opening, and we had Zolo instead of Zoro. What's that archer on the right doing? He's got a couple buddies. One of them has a member card that I don't really care about. Hey, Witty Wolf. We haven't lost anyone today. Overall, we've lost a few... Oh, God, he can walk on water? Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. It's fine. I didn't know he could do that. We lost both Christmas calves. We lost Sita. We lost Gordon. I think that's it. This guy's got 18 attack. Ha ha! Stupid humans. I'll show you to fear us, mage dragons. Mage dragon? Hellyeah? Oh, good dodge, Tomas. You're the man. I should have done this in a different order, because if Tomas got the kill, he would have got like 100 XP with the Parthia. You're full health, right? Yeah. Whatever. More XP on Ogma is not bad either. You did well, but you can't win against Lord Medius. Okay, if you say so. Okay, so what we need to do now is one of these guys should be holding a warp. And if my understanding of the game, the way the game works, is correct, if we kill that guy, I believe we get the warp and not the Devil Sword. I sure hope so. I'm counting on that because that was what I kind of planned on. And otherwise, this is going to be a really sad use of a warp. Let me just make sure I send a unit that can kill him. It's got 6 AS, 3 defense, and 20 health. Yeah, so Samson can do it. No! Okay, we get both. We get both. We get both. Okay. Cool. That's crazy that we get both. That was not even in the equation for me. I didn't think we were getting both. Farm a little EXP before we leave. Let's get the hell out of here. Congratulations, Prince Marth. Altea has finally been liberated. Please listen. The citizens are all praising your highness. Eternal glory to Altea's Prince of Light, our star and savior. To obtain the Light Sphere and Star Sphere for Goto, Marth and the others headed for Chiasmir's Fane of Roman. At Chiasmir's Strait, they entered a fierce battle with the Grusty and Sable Order, who attempted to prevent them passing. But once known as the world's finest, the Grusty and Sable Order had lost their former glory and were defeated. Now, at Raman, the Temple of Naga, where the jewels are hidden, a new story is about to unfold. Alright, this is kind of a funny map. We need to bring... let me just make sure I get him so I don't forget. We need to bring Bantu. We're also going to want to bring a couple thieves. We don't need Minerva, because it's an indoor map. We'll bring Wendell. Ogma, Merrick, Hardin, George, Wendell, Astrum. We're also going to give people some keys. Take a door key. Take a couple chest keys. I gotta decide who that speed ring is going to. Is Marth already fast? We might give it to Marth. Minerva already got her speed wing. So yeah, we'll give it to Marth, I think. Me, whenever there's a stat booster I don't know what to do with. What if we just give it to Marth? You're really blazing through this. FE1's not too long of a game. And most of the maps can be beaten pretty quickly if you're familiar with them. Oh, I actually have Bantu's Firestone for once. Okay, we have Wendell. He's got... Oh, we should get him a... He's like almost dead. I'm glad I checked his inventory. Let's bring a Mend. Let's bring a Physic. We're not warping this map. Alright, enjoy Thracia, Abby. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, I think we should be good to go. Your Highness, please be careful inside the Fane of Raman. The goddess of this temple possesses fearful might. She will incinerate any and all intruders. I suppose we shouldn't be intruding this sanctuary. But this temple holds the objects that I must seek. We must not try to provoke the temple's guardians. I will only bring in a couple of soldiers with me. Tiki, the great princess of the Naga tribe, which fell into ruin long ago. Use your power to burn the intruders of this holy fane of Raman. You mustn't forget it was I who rescued Bantu from Medius's grasp. Alright. I'm trying to remember which... half of these doors have treasure behind them. Half of them have enemies, but there's a pattern. I think it's right, left, right, left. Pretty sure it's right, left, right, left. It'd be good if we could get Merrick to 10 this map. We're going to get his promotion item here. Yes, we do need Bantu to recruit Tiki. That's why he's here. Our Marth is becoming pretty jacked. Which is good. I think he's going to be our final boss killer. Unlike FE1, and he doesn't need to be an FE1 either, but everyone's a lot easier if you make Marth the boss killer. It's easier for someone else to be the boss killer in this one if you want them to. But I think we're going to use Marth for it anyway. Magic, you're thinking FE1. Magic does flat damage in FE1. In this game, you do get to add your strength stat. But you'll see this one's going to have treasure. This one will have an enemy behind it, so we're not going to open it. This one will have treasure. All right, America's level 10 now. Ooh, and he got a magic level up. That's fantastic. You'll see he doesn't have much magic. So it's not flat, but magic units have very low magic growth. So, like, it feels a little flat. This guy's got 18 on 11 AS, so no danger of killing Samson. We want to move up kind of quick because these thieves will open the chests, and we want all of the items on this map. Most of them are pretty good. Most of them are pretty good, and some of them are essential for getting the falchion, which we're going to need. Well, we're going to want. We don't need it. I'm also, I'm very fond of Tiki's little idle animation. It's very cute. Nice strength level up. Love to see it. Lovely Harden level up. I haven't leaned on Harden too much in this playthrough. I mean, obviously, he's still been quite good, but I feel like I've used him less than usual. A funny thing about this map in FE1 is some of these thieves have devil swords, which have a chance of just, like, critting and killing Marth. Even if he's, like, trained and, like, juiced with stat boosters. Fire, 11. Yeah, so if we slap a barrier on Samson, we can send him to go fight the thief. Yeah, Samson has very nice stats for a unit that just joins you. Which is great. We're going to use him for a lot of random combat here or there. Have I heard about Sparking Zero? I have not. What is it? I love then that they just won't attack like high-res enemies because they can't do any damage to them. Which is why we will make another use of barrier here. There's not too much game left, so there's no reason to save the barrier uses. The new drag. Oh, is that the new, like, it looks like Tenkaichi, right? Also, hey, Raigana. Hope you're doing well today. I have seen clips of a game that looked like Tenkaichi. Oh god, I gotta get this warp off of Samson and onto a unit that is not gonna see any risk of death. Because I will be in shambles if I lose that warp. Be very unhappy. Yes, I did think the clip I saw looked fantastic visually. Obviously, like, hard to say how it plays without, you know, playing it. But it looked cool. And I always thought the Budokai games were pretty fun, so I bet I'll enjoy this one too. 22 on 12 AS. Alright, so you don't die as long as you don't get crit. Which, I mean, you could get crit, but who cares? You're just Astrum. Ooh, Astrum crit him. Nice job, fella. There's no reinforcements on this map, to my knowledge, so we can take our time. I want to at least go ahead and actually get Merrick promoted before we move on to the next map. We can use all of our stat boosters. The Geosphere, by the way, it's a 3-use consumable. Each use deals a random amount of damage, like between a couple values, to every enemy on the map. Who's my favorite Dragon Ball character? Ooh. I haven't watched a ton of Dragon Ball, but I think my answer is Piccolo. I've always been a fan of Piccolo. Alright, let's get this warp in the convoy. And I would say after Piccolo, Vegeta. I like Vegeta too. Alright, so this guy's got 10 res. One of you just has 10 attack. The other one's got 17. Yeah, I'm not too worried about you guys. We can have marked the safe spot. just make sure that is in fact the safe spot. Oh, it's not. Marth's not in any danger, right? 17, 1 crit. No, he's gonna be fine. Yeah, I do want to go back and watch Dragon Ball at some point. It's another one of those shows like One Piece where it's like a little intimidating just because it's so there's so much of it. But I remember when I was a kid, I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z, which I enjoyed. Alright, let's get this man promoted. This is a big promotion for him because, like, his strength just doubled. Went from 3 to 6. Also, this is a sick map sprite. Here, Marth, go collect that angelic robe, why don't you? Oh, Tiki, I was looking all over for you. It seems you've fallen under Garnif's spell. Please wake up. Bantu, why? What's going on? Good, you've awakened. Are you alright? What happened to me? It was so scary. It was like I was in a bad dream. I'm really sorry for letting you be frightened like that. But everything is fine now. From now on, I will always be by your side. Do you promise? You mustn't leave me alone ever again. Alright, have we gotten all the treasures? We've used all of the boosters I wanted to use. Yeah. Got the light sphere and the starter sphere. Yeah, we're in business. Marth, I am currently at a village north of Medin Castle. That's right. It is already very close. If you have both the star sphere and the light sphere, please come and visit me. Without starlight, you will be unable to take back the falchion from Garnif. Garnif has escaped to the illusion city of Thebes. Your sister, Ellis, should be there as well. I've been protecting her with my power, but I won't be able to hold out for much longer. Please hurry and rescue Ellis. The Kingdom of Grust is a knight's country, which was founded by one of the 3 heroes of the Liberation Wars, General Ordwin. Since the country's formation, the neighboring tribes were conquered by its mighty knights, and finally it became one of the strongest of Arcania's 7 kingdoms. However, the current king Ludwig was weak. He feared the power of the resurrected Medius, and so allied with Deluna. Also, following several consecutive defeats, he fell dangerously ill. The once brave and mighty Kingdom of Grust has finally entered the Age of Ruin. Alright, this is where we're going to stop for tonight, because this is probably going to be the longest chapter of the run. I think this is certainly this is the hardest chapter left in the game. And after this, the maps are going to be pretty quick. So I would say we probably have 1 or 2 more streams left of this game. Because after this map, it's like pretty boom, boom, boom. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Oh, hi, Oblak. Sorry to finish right as you get here. But yeah, we'll have Pokemon tomorrow at 5:15. And next week, I think we're going to have a pretty normal stream schedule. So we should have Path of Radiance Friday. I might have to move this one a little earlier because we're having a little family dinner on Sunday. So this one might be in the afternoon. But either way, thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a great week.